Hey, if you got one of these, I don't know, 01 through 09 Chevy vehicles, Chevy GMC, Sierras, Silverado, Yukon, Tahoe, whatever, usually with the 5.3, and you're experiencing a condition where your vehicle's running rough, maybe you got a stored code P0300, possibly misfires on one bank, or maybe you're just wanting to watch the best videos on YouTube. You came to the right place. You're watching the Car Doctor channel. Hey, welcome back. I really appreciate you watching. Hope this video is of help to someone out there. I love to help. I'm Tim, by the way, here at my repair shop, Donor Automotive in Anchorage, Alaska. And if you are in the area and you want to get your car worked on by a fat, balding, older gentleman losing his mind, then please give me a call, especially if you got a lot of money. But otherwise, if you don't, this video might help. This is a what do we got? 05 Silverado with a 5.3. This has the VIN B, but it's going to apply to any of the V8 engine Silverados or Sierras or Yukons or whatever, where you have a rough running condition. Customer brought in, complained of black smoke out the exhaust, check engine light illuminated. One more thing he did say was recently, I don't know how long ago, had both upstream O2 sensors replaced and for a similar issue, and then went away for a while and then came back. So anyway, got it in. First thing I'm gonna do is plug in my scan tool and see what codes are there, maybe look at the data, and we'll go from there. All right, I got my scan tool connected, and we will just check codes, all powertrain codes, and all we have is a P0300, and check the history. All we got in the history is a P0300. So let's start it up here. I'll show you how it's running. It's running kind of rough. There's a little bit of black smoke out the tailpipe when you initially start it. Obviously running rough, just kind of loping and a low crappy idle. So just zip over to data, and we'll just look at the engine data and see where we're at here. Okay. Here's the one thing I'm going to look at with this code definitely is this O2 sensor voltage. We're still in open loop, but this bank 1 sensor 1, make sure we can see this here. Bank 1 sensor 1 is just about fixed around 6 volts. And we see our bank 2 sensor 1 fluctuating, switching nicely. This is about a fixed voltage there on sensor 1. So that's definitely given us our first glimpse at what's going on here. Check out the Misfire Monitors and go to the history. And here we can see something else. Odd number cylinders, 1, 3, 5, and 7 all have misfire counts, higher misfire counts. So that's another indicator of the potential issue. Really, I don't know what other testing to do here at this point. It's kind of a no-brainer. We're barely switching on bank 1. We're not, and we're switching good on bank 2. It's really a solid indicator that that O2 sensor is not working properly. If we had a wiring related issue or a bad connector, we'd get a code on that. We'd definitely get a heater circuit code. We'd get an O2 sensor code. We're not getting those. I don't know how long. I suppose I could check the readiness status and see when that test was done. But let's just do a physical check of the O2. I'm going to pull it up, put it on the rack, and we'll go from there. Okay, I'm sorry, there's not a real good view down here, but the bank 1 upstream O2 sensors on the driver's side, just below the flange there, in front of the cat, towards the engine from the cat. So if we're dealing with even numbered misfires and a kind of a stuck O2 sensor on the bank 2 sensor 1 side, it would be over here on the passenger side. Oh my gosh. The bank 2 O2 sensor, let me get a close up here. You can believe this, is loose. I could take that out with my fingers, but that's the bank 2 sensor that's working properly. Wonder if the bank 1 is loose. No, it's tight. It's a different kind of sensor. I'm worried about this sensor itself, if that's the correct sensor for the application. It looks like one of those Bosch sensors, but it's plugged in. The little retainer clip is not on the connector. But you know, this is just sub-quality parts and sub-quality repairs done on this vehicle. Here's the connector for the bank 2 sensor over here, outside the frame rail. So I'm just gonna, at this point, tighten down the bank 2 sensor, replace the bank 1 sensor, and just see how that works. I think that's going to square things away. I probably should replace both, but I'll give the customer the option. And I'm going to use an AC Delco part, go with the original equipment replacement. All right. Okay, you should be able to service the bank 1 upstream O2 sensor with just a 7/8 combo wrench. And I use a long pair of snips. I'll show you how I use the snips. I use the snips to get the electrical connector off of the bracket. The replacement O2, see if I can reach. The replacement O2 has a new little retainer clippy. Gosh, it's hard to do this. You guys, a YouTube video mechanic has to be multi-faceted, talented. It's not easy holding a camera and doing all this. Gosh, and not cussing. That's the hardest part. Oh, goodness. Okay. You just kind of reach up here and you burn your hand on the cat and you stick Oh, there we go. So we've circumcised the connector end. Now we disconnect it while trying to show the viewers what we're doing. Here's the downstream O2. You can watch the downstream O2 while I remove the connector. That's out of view currently. Oh my goodness. You can just watch me. Watch my facial expressions and you can tell what's going on. Okay, there we go. And just reach up in there. Piece of cake. Hope this isn't one of the videos that just make you kind of sick from bouncing around. Yuck. This thing's like clogged. I didn't even see how exhaust. What the heck? Let's take a closer look here. I don't even know. This is weird. It's so carboned up, and there's these little holes. Definitely not like the OE part. Let's see what brand. I can't tell the brand. AC Delco. Ah. $192,65505. No, 06. Try that again. 192,65506. And here's what I got. For the AC Delco part, and this is what it's supposed to look like. I don't even know. Certainly don't look like that. Wonder if that's a downstream O2. I'll have to do some research. I don't see how that ever worked. All right, we'll figure that out later, but for now we'll put this one in. It's got the anti-seize already applied to the threads as it came in the box, so don't have to do that. Just thread it in. There. Connect the connector, the dreaded connector. Okay, I'm going to put the little retainer clip in it to keep the connector from falling apart like it's supposed to be, and it wasn't, but now it is. And then I just pop the cut off piece of the retainer snappy thingy. Just pull it out. You would not want to leave this connector loose. It will rub on the front drive shaft on four-wheel drive models. man, that would be ugly. There we go. We've removed the old piece. Now we just stick it and forget it. Ah, yes. Oh, yeah. All right, we still got to tighten down this other one. That's crazy. Who would do such a thing? And then charge somebody afterwards. But, you know, it happens. We all make mistakes. Okay. This one's a little harder to get to and get tight. Maybe that's why they blew it. Uh-oh. Well, that's pretty tight, so. Yeah, we're good. All right, we're ready to lower it down and see how that works. I'm excited. Hey, I just thought of something. I have a CAD assembly off of one of these, very similar. Just for reference, this is that driver's side bung where the O2 goes and where you'll need to access it. And there's the passenger. And there's the CAD assembly. And this one's clogged up. So that one came off of a 2000 with less than 10,000 miles on it. Just a cream puff. Just a barn find. Pretty sweet. But it needed a cap. Okay. Got it hooked up to the exhaust. Look at the engine data first here. It's not even warmed up, but I'm just willing to bet that O2 is going to come right back. See if you can see here. Bank 1, sensor 1, fixed at 900 millivolts. Come on, baby. Uh-oh. Please start switching. Maybe she just needs to wake up. Oh, there she goes. There she goes. Oh, I love you. We have returned to normal operation mode. I'm sure somebody's going to cross-reference that O2 sensor and tell me if that is in fact a downstream O2 sensor for this application or what. But I'm going to clear the codes and I'm going to clear the fuel trim data. Oops. Probably do a crank variation learn as well, but Fuel trim reset. Reset. So we're back to 0 there. So I'm going to run it, warm it up, do a crank variation learn, double check my data and confirm that the repairs are successful. Well, it's looking pretty good so far. Hey, I hope this video was helpful, entertaining, thought-provoking, and not too crazy. And I do appreciate you watching. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sending beer. Appreciate it. I want you to have a great day, like me. I'm just going to choose to have a great day, all right? Although I do have to work on a Ford Exploder, and you know how that goes. Have a good one.